bringing Israel to the world. This is IBN News.
With news of Israel, I'm Susan Michaels. Prior to his meeting with United Arab Emirates Crown Prince Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan during his landmark visit to Abu Dhabi, Prime Minister Naftali Bennett said the bilateral relations between Israel and the UAE were being bolstered in all aspects. In an interview, he stated, "This is the essence of peace and the new reality in the region. I am very pleased with that." Bennett also said the Abraham Accords laid new and deep foundations for diplomatic, economic, and cultural cooperation for the benefit of the entire region. The diplomatic outreach comes as world powers negotiate with Iran on salvaging a 2015 nuclear deal. The UAE also has reached out to Iran, sending its senior national security advisor there recently to meet his Iranian counterpart and President Ibrahim Raisi. Israel's request to expedite delivery of two of the four KC-46 refueling jets purchased from the U.S. has been rejected by the Biden administration. Defense Minister Benny Gantz met with U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin and Secretary of State Antony Blinken late last week for talks on the Iranian nuclear threat. Gantz reportedly told his host that Israel was preparing for a military response. The Ministerial Committee for Military Procurement decided on the purchase of 4 refueling jets as part of the military's preparations. According to the Washington Post, Israel attacked 2 chemical weapons facilities in Syria over the past 2 years. The facilities were reportedly used by the Bashar al-Assad regime to manufacture chemical weapons, and according to intelligence sources, the attacks were intended to thwart a Syrian attempt to resume the production of nerve gas. The Israeli military has refused to respond to that report, but Western intelligence officials had immediately noticed that these attacks were unusual in relation to other attacks in Syria attributed to Israel. And former Health Ministry Director General Professor Hezi Levy says the health establishment is worried about the spread of the Omicron variant. "We need to vaccinate children everywhere, including in the schoolyard." I'm Susan Michaels.
IBN, Israel Broadcast Network.